Good morning. Good morning, good morning. We're gonna do glutes and hamstrings today. I'm gonna angle this just a little. There we go. Sorry, it was right up in your face. Glutes and hamstrings. You're gonna need a little bit of equipment today. Nothing too crazy, but a bunch of weights. Make sure you've got options. I got weights all over the place this morning. I want you to go from heavy, have some real heavy stuff this morning, and then some lighter stuff. You're not gonna need anything super light today. So the lightest I've got out are 10s. I'm not even sure we'll use them. They were just here. But the main thing this morning is I want you to have something available that is out of your comfort zone heavy. So I've got 25s and 30s out here. And then I've got 15s and 12s. And then I got my 10s just in case. Then on top of that, I want you to have something to step up on. It could be a bench, a stool, a block. Fine, you'll still be able to do this work. Got it. And then a small Pilates ball. It's just a little squishy ball, like a playground ball. If you have a playground ball, that'll work too. If you don't have anything like this, grab a beach towel or just like a bathroom towel, and you'll fold it and roll it up because we're going to hold it like that at some point. Okay, so that's what I need you to get. And once you have all that stuff, let me know that you're here in just a second. And I'll repeat that again after I take a drink of water. Talking first thing in the morning, as much as I have to talk, in class first thing in the morning. All right, once you've got your stuff, and if you have a check, you're still going to be perfectly fine. You're going to be able to do this class just fine even if you don't have some of this stuff. But I want you to grab a bunch of weights. Make sure you have some heavy weight. Then I want you to have a step, a bench, something you can step up on. And finally, a squishy playground ball or a small Pilates. If you don't, grab a towel, fold it, and roll it. All right? Maybe, hopefully, that'll give us some renewed energy to get started. Tessa, good morning. Courtney, good morning. Those of you that don't want to check in or are still gathering your equipment, good morning to you too. We're going to start out oddly. We're going to start out on the ground, okay? That's odd for me, for my classes. My classes are so early in the morning that if I lie down, I get tired again. So we're going to risk that though. We're going to go ahead and lay down. And here is how we are going to start. So go ahead, you're welcome. You get to just lay right back down. So go ahead and come up here and hold, all right? So I just want your feet lined up with your hips, facing straight ahead. Tuck your hips, squeeze your glutes. We're just gonna do a little tiny tuck and squeeze. You guys have done this motion with me before. Basically what I want is I want you to keep your bridge or your hip lift high. So you're pushing through your heels, scooping your glutes, all right? Squeeze those glutes. It's funny because I do tons of movements in my classes where we have to tuck our hips, strength-based movements, also stretches. But the other day, I was trying to show my 17-year-old son and my husband how to stretch their hip flexor. And if you tuck and like scoop your hip forward during this specific stretch, you can really feel it more. They, for the life of themselves, could not figure out how to tuck their hips up and under. I don't know why, neither one of them could do it. I worked with them seriously for like 20 minutes, just trying to get them to tuck their hips up and under so they could feel that stretch, and they like could not process what I was talking about. So hopefully You guys are at a point here with me that you figured out how to scoop or tuck your hips up and under. It's gonna make a big difference in that glute and hamstring activation. Today, we're combining glutes and hamstrings. I haven't done that in a while. I've been keeping them separate. So 10 more right here. 9, this is one of my favorite. I remember this one. All right, 5 more. 5. 4, now you should be getting uncomfortable, tight in the glute hamstrings. 2, last 1, hold those hips up, squeezing your glutes. You're gonna take a step out, are wider than 90 degrees to this position. It doesn't really matter if you keep yourself footed or if you come up on your heels. You can do either one, test it out. The one thing that I want you to keep in mind is if your calves or your shins or anything like that starts to cramp or hurt, sometimes it's better to remain heels. Just kind of determine you. But we are going to continue to tuck and squeeze. You should be getting shaky. Those glutes should be feeling it right now. Squeeze your cheeks at the top. That makes a big difference. And you got 10, 6, 5, 4. Now, as this gets more challenging because you get more tired, you're going to forget to try to squeeze your cheeks at the top. So do your best to continue to do that. Tuck and squeeze. 2, last one. 1 more. Hold up here. We have 1 more position. You're going to step out 1 last time. Again, you can stay flat-footed if you want. Okay? Here we go. You'll have less range of motion the farther that direction you go. But those hamstrings are going to start to engage more the farther you step out that direction. Now, even at the beginning of class, I like to take moves to failure. You're gonna get real shaky, it's gonna get real ugly, and that's okay. I want you to keep going, all right? Lift and tuck. You guys have been doing these classes with me now for a while, many of you, so I hope those of you that like to listen to music have that cranked up. Don't worry if your family's still sleeping, they need to be up, right? You're up, crank it up. No, actually, if you're like me, like praying my 2 little boys stay asleep till I'm done with class. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm like painfully quiet. Please don't wake up. All right, you got 4, 3. So you're good with it. Here we go. Lift. Lots of muscles are working here. You're gonna feel it kind of all over. So get your mind right, focus up. It's all right if it gets real uncomfortable. Your lower back is working, your inner thighs are working. Obviously, those glutes and hamstrings, so we're just gonna gut it out and get back to that start position. Here we go. 10, 9, and 8. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Hold it up, and you bring those feet in to that 90-degree angle right here. Now, this first position, also it's the last position now, is where it gets almost unbearable for me in my glutes and hamstrings. This is where it gets real. We're gonna hang out in this hip lift for about, well, we can do 15, but I want you to squeeze your cheeks as far as you can at the top, and the pressure is shooting straight down through your heels, okay, into the ground. Here we go. 15, 14, and 13. We're in the home stretch of this set. 11. Keep trying to squeeze those glutes. 4, 3, 2, last one, and 1. All right, go ahead and put your backside down. Hug those knees into your chest. Kind of stretch out your lower back. You can circle out your ankles. And then we're going to come up to a seated position. So we're starting the class a little different. We're going from the floor, and we're going to work our way up to standing. Okay? All right. Here's another move that we have not done in a while. We're going to end up that's comfortable to you. Okay? So this is tabletop. What I mean, and go ahead and try this position. You need to get your hips up, and you need to find a comfortable position for your head and neck. Most people tend to do this, and it's really uncomfortable. So look forward, right? Then your hands and wrists are the final element here. How do you want them positioned? They can face slightly out, they can be in like this, or they can be back like that. It doesn't matter, all right? So figure out how you can get in tabletop. The swing down, press up. Swing down, press up. Swing down, press up. So you're kind of a swing. That stationary is what's working, right? Drive those hips ceiling. We're going to do 15. 8. 7. 4. Those hips up nice and high. 3. 2. 1. Down. Other leg crosses over, and I want you to take the leg that's down farther out. So you've got wider than a 90-degree angle. You ready for a hip lift? Here we go. Catch your breath. So I want you to take your foot farther away from your butt because this is going to force your hamstring to engage more. Drive your hips straight up to the ceiling. Play around with your angles. You can take your foot farther. You can go up on your heel if you want. Drive that hip. And 18. 16. 11. And 10. 8. 7. 5. 3. 2. And last one. 1. Put those hips down. All right. Give those legs a hug. We're going to do those 2 sets on the other side, right? So rock and roll up. This hamstring move, where you kind of rock down. This is another lunging move. It's really effective, all right? So we're going to get it done here on the other side. So my back leg was down last time, so my front leg is down this time. We're going to come up in our tabletop position. Other leg is straight out. You ready? Hinge down, push your hips up. Swivel down, drive them up. Really fight for height with your hips at the top. 15. 13. Do your best. 10. 8. Oh. 6. 5. 4. 2. And there's our last one. Roll on down, get off your arms. That same leg that was down stays down. And I want you to open up your stance so you're more than 90 degrees. So take that foot farther from your backside. Here we go. I gotta catch my breath after that. Last set. Big deep breaths. Whenever you cross one leg over the other, you have a tendency to lean to one side. Try not to do that. Keep your hips and chest straight up. Breathe. All right, 15, 14. This side feels worse. 12, 10, and 9, 8, 5, 3, 2, last one, and 1. Set your backside down, stretch out that low back. We're gonna rock and roll up to the seated position, and we're on our feet now. We're gonna move right into use our bench. Mine's at kind of a weird spot because I didn't want to have to move stuff around, but you guys will be able to see. We're gonna do a one-legged reverse lunge off the, you can manage. I'm gonna try 25s. So I'm gonna grab my 25s. We're not gonna do tons of repetitions for this, all right, guys? It's gonna be lower repetitions, heavier weight. So I'm gonna carry 25s, 10 to 12 reps. We'll see how we feel. I feel like, we're good and warm at this point. Don't be afraid to switch weights in the middle. I'm probably gonna be off balance after that. So on the floor we did, so I'm gonna do my best. We're gonna do 10. Heavy enough, that 10 is a challenge. There's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. 1, set those heavy guys down. And we're gonna do 1. Struggle to do 10. In fact, I didn't know if I'd be able to get back up on my bench. So hopefully you felt that way too. If not, you don't need to step down and wait for this second set. Same leg, lighter weight. Go ahead and come up. I'm leaving my left leg up. Lunge it back. So I can focus on form a little bit more this time. Forward. Keep your weight forward. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and 1. All right, that was a maxing out in these compound moves. Super effective, but pretty challenging. So, catch your breath. My right leg up, lean forward in this lunge. Let's do it. You're back. Oh my goodness. It's all I can do just to get up here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1. Setting these guys down. Okay. Second, if that was your true max, and we're lunging. Back. Lunge it back. 10. 9. 8. 6. 5. 4. 3. Great work. We're coming back to our mat. Legs up on your bench. If you don't have a bench, you'll do this just on the floor. We're going to go back to the leg we started with. One leg hip lift. So, other leg is straight up. If straight up's too hard, you can cross it over. Meaning that way. Or closer. We're going to do 15, 14, 4, 2, last one. 1, go ahead and come down, and we're switching. I don't know if I can even straighten this leg. Okay, if you weren't feeling that in your hamstring, adjust your body positioning. Go farther from your bench or closer, and give it a try. All right, oh, here we go. Up, let's do it. Down and up. Drop that hip. 15, 14. Oh, lots of yelling today from me, I apologize. 12. 8. 6. My leg is so shaky. 3, 2, and 1. Oh my gosh, my leg was shaking out of control there. Back up. Another move. I'm gonna do pendulum swings, that's what I call them. It's gonna take some balance down and up, okay? This is another one that I want you to go as heavy as you can go. I'm gonna try today, but I'm gonna try it. So, start out to you, and I want you going heavy, okay? Pendulum swing, move forward, because I'm hitting my back wall. Balance, balance, balance. Go slow. We're gonna go with about 12. It's gonna be fairly slow. If you're doing the modified version I just showed you, you'll be going fast. Down already, we got 10 more. And 1. All right, I'm gonna set my heavy guys down. Set those heavy guys. We're gonna take our light weights. I got 15s here. You can go lighter than that if you want. Same leg, forward, heel down, okay? Flat back, heel down, forward. You're gonna drive your heel into the ground. Hinge, drive your heel into the ground to feel the stretch. Push through your heel to come back to straight. This is a move. Push through that heel. 11. And bring it up. Hinge forward. And we're coming up. The best you can here. And we're going to do 10. I'm going to try to keep my other foot off the ground and work on my balance. We've got 10 more. Nice and heavy. Woo-hoo-hoo. I was hoping standing on the ground, but I'm not sure if it is. more, 8 more. 7, 4, on that heel, okay? I'm already 11, and 9. Push that front heel into the ground. 8. You can hear my voice shaking. 4, 3. My breath. And then, because we're tired, we can reverse. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. I'm setting these guys down. 5. My internet cuts out, you know, you need to do 10 on that other leg. All right. 10 on the other side after I get a drink. Cheers, reps. Here we go. Down. 8. 6. 4. 3. 2. Last one. And it doesn't matter which leg you do. Three. We're going to the other side. Change the positioning of your body closer or farther from the bench. Okay, can I do it? 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and 1. Bring it down. Oh, big mess. Flip around if you're using the bench. Of hip lifts, stepping out. Okay, no weight will be necessary. Raise your hips. We're at a 90-degree angle to start with. Here we go. Up. Here's where you can breathe a little bit, but I still want you to drive your hips to the ceiling and squeeze your glutes. We're gonna do about 15 in each position. 10. 8 more, you've taken your final step out. Final step out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then we're going to take our one step back, okay? And here we go. You have 15 in this position, and then 15 back at 90 degrees. 15, oh my God. 3, let's just get better. So you decide where you think you're at. This is the left hamstring, a deadlift. 13, 12, 11, 10 more. Oh my gosh, that was a mini 6. 5, 2, last one. 1, all right, I'm gonna set it down. The arch of my foot needs a rest. We're doing 15 on the other leg, and that's class, okay? So you can do that in your own time. If you're like, I'm ready to go, then get to that other leg. Okay, final move of the morning, let's do it. Get away from the back wall, Aaron. Two, last one. Glutes, we're into class. Hamstrings and glutes, we're done.